training today, it felt like there were a lot of game-like situations and settings practiced. What you like about what you saw from the defense?
It was. We did my least favorite of all time is 4 minute. Trying to get the ball back. They did some good execution, which is good things for us to work on, which is always good. So when you lose some of those situations, that's things to teach, especially the young guys. I mean, how critical those moments are. Like, you can't simulate game-like environment anywhere else other than the game, but if you can do it like that in practice with the guys that we have, it's always good. We also went to a little 2 minute there, touchdown, had some really good execution on that stuff, and you're riding the emotional roller coaster, the ups and downs of how you flow, the ebbs and flows of the game. And then we had some mixed D&D and some really good things that we do in practice, which is always good to get the situational stuff within the movement of the drive to keep your guys being on that mode. And right now I'm on my coach speak, so I'm gonna stop.
Tuesday after practice, Sean was visibly frustrated by the way the practice went. Do you feel like A, this was corrected, and B, do you feel like you guys are where you need to be a week removed from that first preseason?
You know, as a coach, you always ride those emotional ebbs and flows, you know? And then sometimes it's never as good as it feels on the field, and it's never as bad as it feels when you get out there and look at it actually on tape. So Sean, he felt a certain way. He was able to give his guys immediate feedback. And I think it's up to us as coaches, us as players to respond. So no matter whether you felt like it was needed or right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's what he felt at that moment. And it's great to get that authentic juice from your leader. So when he gave us those things, I think you get a chance to go in and correct what he didn't like, get some of those things better, get ready to coach those guys up, come out and have a good day. We were able to have 2 powerful walkthroughs and jog throughs throughout that moment to get some of those things taught and corrected. And then you get back, you have a good practice like we're able to have today. You know, he's probably going to come over and still angry. Doesn't really matter. But it's our job as coaches to go fix those things, identify them. And it's our players' job to go fix them.
So as long as you've been doing this, just a quick follow-up to that, as long as you've been doing this with such a young team, are you the same? Are you coaching the same this year?
I'm always probably a little different. You know, I can always feel the positive out of a practice. I can always go get the negative from out of practice and kind of talk on those things and be able to coach those things up on the run, because I treat it like kind of like a game where I'm never going to ride the emotional wave and get caught up in the teachable moments. Teach those moments, move on, move past it, try to get them ready as quickly as possible to transition to the next drill. Keep those things how we want to have it, keep it light. Be able to get these guys back, trying to feel what they feel in those moments, trying to simulate those things. And I think if you can do those things for your players as much as possible. I had a great example of Rush yesterday. You know, we had an inside man coverage, and he misses inside man coverage on the 4 minute. I was able to get mad, simulate those feelings, let him know what it felt like to lose a game right there, and see him bounce back in 2 minutes. You know, those are the things that I look more forward to, especially coaching a young group, to see how you can move on with your mental toughness. You know, what is it to be a Ram? You know, you guys all picked on us with the longest shirt slogan of all time, but that is outstanding, right? If you really can read that stuff and you can mean that stuff, that's what it's about.
Where does most of the teaching take place? Is it on the field? Is it in the film room? Are there other places where you can pull guys aside and say, this is what you're doing right, or this is what you're doing wrong?
Who's this San Fran spy anyway? But we were talking about that. You know, it got to happen kind of in both areas. You know, I think the teaching in the nice, quiet, cool environment in the classroom is great, right? You get them in that environment, you can talk to them in the nice, calm voice, you can talk where you want to talk. But the real learning happens when it happens live and they do it on the grass by themselves with the coaches off the field. And then when they can recite it back to you in the meeting room, what they were thinking and how they did it. So I think it's all like, you know, your teacher, all the different learning styles, how you want to do it, whether the guys take their iPads, whether the guys take their notes, read in their rooms, whether they get together in their groups, get their coaches individually, come on the field and do walkthroughs, whatever the question may be, all the different teaching styles and all the things you need to use is no different when it comes to coaching. I hope that answers your question.
What are you seeing?
Just a couple more guys.
You mentioned Rush earlier, and then also Quentin looks like he's doing a couple different things for you out there. What are you seeing from those two young safeties?
He is. He's getting to move around a little bit for us. He's playing safety. He's able to play in the box with a little bit of dime linebacker for us. He's able to play either side at safety. All those things. It's just nice to have him out here. You know, at this time last year, he wasn't even participating. We got him throughout the season, the middle of the season when he got healthy. He was able to do some things. His dad was out here yesterday trying to show out. And now we got him in a nice spot. We're able to move him around, do some different things with him. And I'm really excited where he can go.
You have had a day of film where Aaron's on the sidelines. Does that give you new points of emphasis for the rest of the roster?
You know, it doesn't, because we had to do it last year, you know, for a little bit of the season, which nobody wants to do. But when it happens, you got to leave yourself no excuse. You know, somebody's got to step up. I kind of gave those guys a spiel today. You know, had a couple of those guys stand up in the room, some of those D linemen. I said, hey, we got Aaron who's going to be the next guy that you guys write about? I'm getting tired of you guys writing about Aaron's greatness, and so should they. You know, they should start to talk about them and start to bring some of those names up, start to see those guys. And the only way you do that is to go out there and play. We can't talk about it. You can't tell people you're going to be that guy. But you can go out there and show us every day in practice, and hopefully it comes to life when we start the season.
How about Kelly Witherspoon? What did you guys see before he came in? What have you seen?
It's so funny. He asked me that yesterday about himself, and I'm extremely ecstatic on where he is, just based on the fact that he's able to go out there and compete. Talking about a young man that came in and got hurt right away, and had to get a quick surgery, and now he bounced back and is able to come out here and practice and be able to participate almost at a full level. I'm pretty excited. He's very smart, he's sharp, he's detailed. He's our type of guy. It looks like he wants to be a Ram, and I'm excited to help him.
All set?
Cool. See you guys later.